Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a truly transformative concept, one that has the potential to change how you view your time and efforts. We're talking about the magic of part-time by the legendary Jim Rohn. For those who might not know, Jim Rohn was a giant in the world of personal development.
The magic of being part-time. The extra money you earn can greatly change your lifestyle, and a change of lifestyle is a great recruiting tool. But I developed a whole new philosophy. That's why within less than 6 months, I was making more money part-time than I was making on my full-time job.
Influencing the likes of Tony Robbins and countless others. Now let's get real for a moment. How many of you have ever felt like there just aren't enough hours in the day? You've got a full-time job, family commitments, maybe you're studying, and on top of that, you have this burning desire to pursue your passions, start a side hustle, or just improve yourself. It can feel overwhelming, right? But what if I told you that the secret to achieving your dreams might just lie in the part-time efforts you can manage alongside your daily grind? I want to start with a story. Picture this. A single parent working a full-time job manages to start a small online business in their spare time. Fast forward a couple of years, and this part-time endeavor not only provides a substantial second income, but also ignites a passion that was missing from their life. This story isn't just a feel-good tale. It's a reality for many, and it could be for you too. In this video, we're going to explore how part-time efforts, no matter how small, can lead to major life changes. We'll look at real examples, share practical tips, and maybe, just maybe, we'll inspire you to start your own part-time magic. So, stick around, grab a notebook, and let's get into it. Section 1, understanding the magic of part-time. So, what exactly is this magic we're talking about? It's not about pulling rabbits out of hats, but it is about pulling opportunities out of constraints. The magic of part-time is a philosophy, a mindset. It's about realizing that the little pockets of time you have can be transformed into something extraordinary. Think about it. We often believe that significant achievements require full-time efforts, right? But Jim Rohn turned this idea on its head. He showed us that it's not always about the big dramatic changes. Instead, it's the small, consistent actions we take in our part-time hours that compound over time and lead to major breakthroughs. Let's break it down with an example. Imagine you want to write a book. The thought of writing a whole book can be daunting, especially if you're juggling a day job. But what if you committed to writing just 200 words every day? It doesn't sound like much, but in a year, you'd have a manuscript of over 70,000 words. That's the power of part-time. But it's not just about time, it's about mindset. It's seeing these part-time efforts not as insignificant or secondary, but as vital steps towards your goals. It's about celebrating these small victories and recognizing their role in your larger journey. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but I don't have any spare time. That's where you need to get creative. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's about prioritizing and maybe sacrificing some leisure time. It's about finding those moments, whether it's waking up an hour earlier or using your lunch break effectively. Section 2, the power of consistency.
I want to encourage you today to pay attention to something that so many people ignore, and that's the power of consistency. Consistency has the potential to yield more fruit than you may even realize. This is especially important if you're in a role or perhaps a season of life where you feel overlooked or maybe underappreciated. Because here's the truth. Your God sees, God knows, God cares, God rewards, and it is God that promotes. So acting faithfully, diligently, and consistently, sometimes maybe with tears or with joy, filled with faith or just barely hanging on, it will eventually reap a harvest. God will not be mocked. Whatsoever a person sows, they will reap. So I want to encourage you to keep going. Don't stop, don't quit. Jesus alone is worthy, and He is with you, He is for you, and your harvest time is coming.
Now, let's talk about a key ingredient in the magic formula: consistency. Consistency in your part-time efforts is what turns ordinary actions into extraordinary results. It's not just what you do, it's how regularly you do it. Here's where I want to bring in a real-life example. Meet Sarah. Sarah is a graphic designer by day and an aspiring photographer. With a full-time job and family commitments, finding time for photography was challenging. But Sarah made a commitment. She decided to dedicate 1 hour every evening to her photography, no matter what. Some days, it was just reading about techniques. Other days, it was practicing shots in her backyard. But she never missed her photography hour. Fast forward a year, and the results were astonishing. Not only had Sarah's skills improved dramatically, but she also started getting freelance photography gigs. Her part-time dedication led to a significant portfolio, a growing client list, and most importantly, immense personal satisfaction. What Sarah's story teaches us is the compound effect of consistency. Every hour she spent on her photography added up. It wasn't about making huge leaps every day. It was about those small, consistent steps. So, how do you harness this power of consistency in your part-time pursuits? First, it's about setting manageable and regular goals. It's better to commit to 1 hour a day than to plan for a 5-hour session on the weekend that might never happen. Second, it's about creating a routine. Humans are creatures of habit. By making your part-time effort a part of your daily routine, you're more likely to stick to it. And finally, it's about accountability. Share your goals with a friend, or even better, find someone who shares your interest. This way, you keep each other motivated and on track. Remember, consistency is key. It's what transforms someday I'll into today I did. It's what turns part-time efforts into life-changing achievements. Section 3, balancing life and goals.
This work-life harmony thing is what I try to teach young employees, actually, and senior executives at Amazon too, but especially the people coming in. We're asked about work-life balance all the time. And my view is that's a debilitating phrase because it implies there's a strict trade-off. And the reality is if I'm happy at home, I come into the office with tremendous energy. And if I'm happy at work, I come home with tremendous energy. And so it actually is a circle. It's not a balance. And I think that is worth everybody paying attention to. You never want to be that guy. And we all know, we all have a coworker who is that person who, as soon as they come into the meeting, they drain all of the energy out of the room. You can just feel the energy level go.
Balancing your part-time pursuits with other aspects of your life can be like walking a tightrope. It's all about finding that sweet spot where your passions and responsibilities meet without causing burnout. Let's talk about Mark. Mark is a software developer with a passion for woodworking. With a demanding job and family life, finding time for woodworking seemed impossible. However, Mark found a way. He started using his weekends strategically, dedicating a few hours each Saturday morning to woodworking while his family was still asleep. This way, he could pursue his passion without compromising family time. What Mark's story highlights is the importance of smart scheduling. It's about finding those pockets of time that are least disruptive to your other commitments. Early mornings, lunch breaks, or even late evenings can be your goldmine. Another key aspect is setting boundaries. It's easy to let our hobbies or side projects spill over into family time or work. This is where you need to draw a line. Allocate specific times for your part-time efforts and stick to them. It's not just about respecting your time, but also respecting the time of those around you. But what about when life gets really busy? Here's where flexibility plays a role. Your part-time pursuit shouldn't feel like another job. It's okay to adjust your schedule when things get hectic. The important thing is to get back on track as soon as you can. Finally, don't forget to set realistic goals. It's great to be ambitious, but overreaching can lead to frustration. Set goals that are challenging yet achievable within your available time. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. To sum it up, balancing part-time efforts with life's other responsibilities requires smart scheduling, setting boundaries, flexibility, and realistic goal setting. It's about making your passion a part of your life, not an extra burden. Section 4, leveraging part-time for full-time success. Now, this is where things get exciting. We've talked about balancing part-time efforts with life, But what happens when your part-time pursuit starts to bloom into something bigger? Can a part-time passion turn into a full-time success? Absolutely. And I've got just the story to prove it. Meet Emily. Emily started a part-time blog about sustainable living while working as a marketing consultant. She devoted a few hours each week to writing and slowly built a modest following. But here's the twist. Emily's blog started gaining traction. She was invited to speak at events, collaborate with eco-friendly brands, and soon her blog became a go-to resource in the sustainable living community. Within 2 years, Emily's part-time blog evolved into a full-time business. She was able to leave her job and focus solely on her passion. This didn't happen overnight. It was the result of consistent, dedicated part-time work. So how can you replicate Emily's success? First, it's about recognizing the potential in your part-time efforts. If you're seeing growth, engagement, or any signs of success, take them seriously. It might be a cue to scale up. Next, be ready to adapt. As your part-time pursuit grows, your strategies will need to evolve. This might mean investing more time, learning new skills, or even getting outside help. Growth requires change. Also, don't rush the transition from part-time to full-time. It's a big step and should be taken when you're financially and emotionally ready. Make sure you have a solid plan and perhaps even a safety net before making the leap. Lastly, remember that scaling up doesn't mean losing the essence of why you started. Stay true to your passion. The authenticity that sparked your part-time endeavor is the same authenticity that will fuel its full-time success. To wrap this up, leveraging your part-time efforts for full-time success is about recognizing potential, being adaptable, making thoughtful transitions, and staying true to your passion. It's a journey from doing what you love in your spare time to making what you love a central part of your life. Section 5, tools and resources for enhancing your part-time efforts. So you're ready to dive into your part-time journey, or maybe you're already on it. Either way, having the right tools and resources at your disposal can make a world of difference. Let's talk about some essentials that can help you maximize your part-time efforts. First up, time management apps. When you're balancing multiple things, managing your time effectively is crucial. Apps like Trello, Asana, or Todoist can help you organize tasks, set deadlines, and keep track of your progress. I will attach a link for the demo of Trello for you to follow. Next, let's talk about educational resources. Whatever your part-time pursuit may be, there's always something new to learn. Platforms like Coursera, Udemy, or even YouTube offer a plethora of courses and tutorials. Want to improve your photography skills? Check out this amazing course on Udemy. Looking to enhance your coding knowledge? Coursera has got you covered. Now, for those of you who are into creative pursuits, like writing, graphic design, or content creation, tools like Grammarly for writing, Canva for design, and Buffer for social media management can be incredibly useful. They help streamline your work and ensure quality outputs. And let's not forget about the power of community. Joining groups or forums related to your interests can provide support, inspiration, and networking opportunities. Platforms like Reddit, LinkedIn groups, or even local meetups can connect you with like-minded individuals. Lastly, books. Never underestimate the power of a good book.
A book is like a portrait as opposed to a photograph. You know, a photograph, it's click, that's that. A portrait you layer on and layer on and layer on and work over on for weeks. You still have the same single image, but there's this depth to it. And a book enables you to think and then rethink and think and then rethink. And so you can go deeper in a book than you can, I would say, in any other medium.
Whether it's about personal development, time management, or specific to your field of interest, reading can provide insights and inspiration that are invaluable. Here are a couple of my personal recommendations. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, The Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey, Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin and Joe Dominguez. The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko. A Random Walk Down Wall Street by Burton Malkiel. The Little Book of Common Sense Investing by John C. Bogle. The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. This is a collection of parables set in ancient Babylon, offering timeless lessons in wealth building and financial wisdom. Principles, Life, and Work by Ray Dalio. To sum up, the right tools and resources can significantly enhance your part-time journey. From organizing your time to learning new skills, these tools are here to help you succeed. Remember, it's not just about working hard, it's also about working smart. Conclusion, as we wrap up this journey into the magic of part-time, let's revisit what we've covered. We started by understanding the concept, where we realized that our part-time efforts, no matter how small, are steps towards something bigger. We then explored the power of consistency, looking at how regular, small efforts can lead to significant achievements. We discussed balancing life and goals, where we learned that it's about finding harmony between our passions and our responsibilities. Then, we saw how part-time efforts can potentially turn into full-time successes. Understanding that with the right mindset and approach, our passions can grow beyond our expectations. And finally, we talked about the tools and resources that can support and enhance our part-time pursuits. From time management apps to educational platforms, these tools are designed to help you on your journey. Remember, the magic of part-time isn't just a concept. It's a practical approach to achieving your dreams and goals. It's about making the most of the time you have and using it to fuel your passions and aspirations. I hope this video inspires you to start or continue your part-time journey. Whether it's a side hustle, a hobby, or a path to personal growth, your part-time efforts have the power to transform your life. So, what are you waiting for? Dive in, stay consistent, and watch the magic happen. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Share your part-time stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your journeys. Until next time, keep chasing your dreams, one part-time step at a time. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.